Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 5 to 9 on Saturday night. Yes, it's Saturday night. I got it right. Tomorrow's Sunday, for sure. Back with two each from Navan and from Cheltenham. We done all right today. We got the one that counted most was Buddy 1. 6 to 1. Actually, it was boosted to 7 to 1 on 365. So when you get a 6 to 1 winner, you're not going to go too bad on the punting for a day. Great ride from Jack Gilligan. Very confident for a young buck. It looks like he's going to follow in the footsteps of his brother Danny. Great lad altogether. I'm delighted for the Gilligans. That's a grand little horse. That was third in the Merton Pipe. 2 handicap hurls now at 3 miles. And that's the only twice it went at 3 miles. Like it's one to follow. We'll watch that and see what the handicapper does. Very comfortable looking at it from about a half a mile out. Just worrying about what was in front of him, not what was behind him. So fair play to them. Another impressive winner was William Twee. That was 10s 2 days ago. It was 5s and 9 to 2 last night. I know there was a bit of a rule 4, but not too much when Thackeray Bay pulled out. But that'll probably be staying around now for the sprint on Good Friday, I would imagine. Great turn of foot. Something similar to what it showed in Kempton. Be interested to see what will go up and where it'll go on his next run. Probably won't send it to Maiden. I said they'd wait for Good Friday and there'd be a qualifier or a listed race in between. And we had Bob Ollinger showed a bit of guts after the last. That was 5 to 2. It was 11 to 4 last night with Hills. We had a couple that ran a bit below par. Good risk at all. I think it must have got clipped with a bit of the birch or something at the second or third fence, because it jumped well the last day, and it jumped the first couple of well. But whatever had happened, it was like jumping in the RDS and on the Puissance, jumping over the wall to try and clear it. He was giving it too much air. I think it was hurting a bit. It was all right on the long run in, then it ran on. But it'd be interesting to see. Does anyone know what happened? Was there anything said by the jockey? Resplendent Grey was disappointing, and Angel's Breath finished 8th, I think, or 7th, just out of the money. Great performance from Stage Star. Would have been unlucky if it had fallen, just like JPR won the other day. Great round of jumping, and actually it jumped the last well. It was only that it hadn't the landing gear out properly. Big disappointment was the top weight, the real whacker, whatever happened. It was pulled up half a mile out or 3/4 to a mile out, so disappointing run for that. Some great performance today, and one more day tomorrow in Cheltenham, but it's not near as good tomorrow as today and yesterday. But we'll try and find something. There's a race there at 1:55. I didn't get going today. It was too wet this morning. It was pissing out of the heavens here. And I said no, but I'm definitely going tomorrow. If I had to stay indoors above. But there's a race here. There's a horse there, Make Good. It's by Fast Company. And you know what the Fast Company is like? They like the heavy ground. But this was going places a few years ago. And I got hurt when it was with John McConnell. It won 3 races there. It won a 1 mile 6 on the flat, which is only rated 57. But it won on heavy ground at 119, and won in Cheltenham then, rated 131. Didn't race then until October last year, and it had one run on soft to heavy. Came third, good run, 20 to 1. Soft to heavy, it'd love it. It was off a year then and came back. It had 2 runs on the flat there again, and a good second on heavy ground. should put it sort of right, and it won that off 131, and it's 130. It's a pound down, pound lower. Aidan Kelly is taking off £5 off it. It's an each way bet. There's a bit of money for that Slane Hill. But by Shanto, I don't know will it like it as good as we will, but we're carrying top weight. Where we see the prices? 9-2. It's an each way bet there, 4 places. The other big race tomorrow at Navan is the 2:30, the Trot Town Chase. So 21 runners, 15 is coming from the yard of Gordon Elliott. He's just 2 miles out the road. I think if it's heavy ground, I think Hollow Games might like better ground. Jevry won in Limerick there. Was on it in Listowel and didn't go for it the last day then. Run Wild Fred won this 2 years ago and it's still only an 8-year-old. I'm going for the Devilscoachman for Noel Mead, and he's only a couple of miles out the road as well, if even a couple of miles. In the Two Vu stable, isn't it? That was the first horse that ever won for him. We were on this last year to the bus horse when it ran in Galway last year. It beat Churchtown Warrior. That's a very good horse now, and it was off 5 to 6 favourite. It fell in the Grade 1 that Mighty Potter won in Punchestown, or in Fairyhouse. It won 2 races since. I went down to see it that day that it won in Limerick last March, and it was soft ground, and then it ran in the Grand National. So it has ran in, the only handicap it ran in was in the Grand National. It didn't stay the distance. It off 7-1 second favourite. Heavy ground will suit it. Noel Mead first time out will have it ready. He'll have it cherry ripe, I would hope. 6-1 there, to 6-1 all day, as he has gone into 4s with the green bookie there in the last hour. It was 6-1. There's several horses that we have backed before. Cocoa Beach done us a good turn last year. Deal Kerr won the Leinster National last year for us, and it ran well enough the last year, just out of the money. I tipped it up, they were paying 4 and it finished 5th. That's what an honest old horse is. Cocoa Beach. This race though, a few 7-year-olds have won it recently, and in the last 7 years, I think 3 7-year-olds and 3 9-year-olds, and a 6-year-old. But Danny Gilligan is taking 5 off him as well. He stays with him, and he ran very well, I thought, the last day. In that race in Limerick. He was just a bit slow and not fit enough before the last, but he ran onto the line. That's a 20-1 shot. That for anyone that wanted an each way bet, Cocoa Beach, it'll give you a run for your money. Well, we'll see what price is it. $20-1 there. They got their mean with the green bookie, but that's not the new. The 12-1. 20-1, and they're paying 6 places. The 6 places on that tomorrow. I didn't know that. There's the 2 in Navan. Oh, while I do think of it, a shout out to Nick Carter, Edward Thompson, Sean Robinson, Ben Young or Benjamin Young, Geokeeper Lit, Kelly Taylor, Fraser Brunton, and Jimmy Ferdencombe. They're all newcomers on the bus. Thanks for tuning in and listening in. Like and subscribe, as they say. We'll head on to Cheltenham. 2 races that I picked out as well. The 220 It's a Premier Handicap Chase. 3 miles 3, 71 yards. It'll take getting tomorrow. The horse there was followed last year, City Chief. I think the triple suit. It won a point to point in May of 2021. Ran a couple of maiden hurls there, but the second to Party Business and second to Wonderwall. Wonderwall ran decent in Cheltenham, but he's gone sour now. But it won 2 maiden hurls in a novice handicap hurl. Won the novice handicap hurl off 127. Then they brought it over to Punchestown. I always follow a horse that Henderson brings over to the Punchestown meeting as a novice. And it was 5th to a Great View. And it went off 7-2 favourite that day. There was a lot of money for it. Then they put a chase in. Second, there's only 2 in it, but Gelino Bello, that had won in Aintree the previous year. Or earlier that year. Beat Coconut Splash and beat O'Toole, who's 2 reasonably good yardsticks. And then they ran it in Ayr, 3 miles on good ground. And I'd say if it was softer, it'd be better. But that was a fairly decent race. But to staying on towards the line, it's only a 6-year-old. I thought that was the one for that tomorrow. I picked it out. Each way bet as well. If you get the 9-2, I don't mind taking that. There's 14 in it. Especially if you're putting the other 2 together, sort of in an each way. And we might do an each way lucky 15 maybe with the 4. The other one then is the Greatwood. Won last year. We had it. I like to move it. I think it was 15-2. I was watching it below in a church in Waterford on the phone, and there was young bucks above on the gallery, and they even took I couldn't do that unknown to them. They took a photograph of me with the phones on my phone. West Cork won it. The Shunter Haram, always a good horse, wins it. Hard enough race to get a handle on this year, but I actually went for the top weight. I was looking through them there. Punctuation hasn't ran since Aintree. Ran on the flat since, didn't it? Son and Gina ran in this last year. It was only a 5-year-old then, but it was way back. Annie Harman asking and Too Friendly, but Namean Lion was a decent horse on the flat for André Fab in France. It's by Golden Horn, and it's out of a Selkirk mare, so Selkirk used like the soft ground. It was off from last March until this year, and the 15th of October. And it beat Annie Harman Askin, giving him £2, and he's only giving him 3 tomorrow, so he shouldn't reverse the form. With only a £3 weight difference. And Gin Coco was back in 5th, so that shouldn't reverse the form.
Carbon King drops away quickly. Namean Lion from 5-1-5 within a length of the leader. Any Harmin Askin is moving up to challenge on the inside. The front 3 are going clear of El Muchacho and Gin Coco, both staying on. Namean Lion with the advantage going over the final flight. Any Harmin asking the danger on the inside. They've quickly gone clear of 5-1-5, racing into the final strides. Any Harmin asking drifting left. Namean Lion straight to the die, and Namean Lion wins the Dragon Bet Welsh Champion.
Built as a little hurler, I don't think it'll ever be a chase with the way it's built, in my view. 12 stone, it'll be a big ask, but there's 2 stone down to the bottom. It's an each way bet though as well. Five to 1, 11-2. Sorry, 9-1, 13 to 2, 8 to 1. Paying 5 places there. Only a matter of time. There's a big gamble on that the last few days for Willie. First run for Willie. But anyway, that's Cheney, as they say. I'll put them up in the description. That's an each-way selection for the Greatwood tomorrow. So now it's 9:10. Bash the bookies, over and out. Oh, Facile Vega was cut from 6s to 4s today. I thought I'd done it all right today. Somebody said there earlier that it'll probably go 2 mile. It won't, in my opinion, because it'll be afraid to go up against Marine Nationale. It won't beat Marine Nationale over 2 miles. It's that's why I said last night, or suggested, that the Turners will be the race at 6 to 1. So, but opinions, as I said before, opinions is for racing. Everyone has one, like a hole in their arse. Bash the bookies, over and out.